Kia ora koutou! Today's lift tour is situated at Commercial Bay in the heart of the Auckland CBD, specifically the retail and shopping centre section. Now when I say Commercial Bay, it actually refers to the entire development that's going on in this part of central Auckland, which encompasses a lot more than just the shopping centre. As such, this will not be a complete lift tour of Commercial Bay, strictly speaking. I know it's highly unlikely that I'll get to every bit of the entire development, but seeing as I aim to cover as much as I can, call this a part 1 and expect part 2 and beyond at some point. Today we're just focusing on the retail section of Commercial Bay. But I suppose I have to explain what the Commercial Bay developments even are. So, where Commercial Bay sits right now used to be the Downtown Shopping Centre. It opened in 1975 and for a long time was Central Auckland's only proper shopping mall, not counting the suburbs of Newmarket or Sylvia Park, of course. It was also owned by Westfield for some time, I believed. Alas, in 2016, the Downtown Shopping Centre was closed and demolished, with major plans to give that space a major modern upheaval. And the first ever instance of said developments was an H&M store that opened in 2018, with the majority of Commercial Bay only following suit 2 years later in 2020. It's named Commercial Bay to pay tribute to the original name of the Auckland waterfront that was established throughout the 19th and 20th centuries. Now, besides the shopping centre, Commercial Bay also includes the 41-storey PwC Tower skyscraper. It stands 180 metres tall, which makes it the tallest office building in New Zealand and the second tallest building overall in New Zealand after the Sky Tower. At the back, facing the harbour, 1 Queen Street just recently opened in January 2024, about a week after I had finished my holiday here, so that's my luck for you. That tower is home to Auckland's own InterContinental Hotel, which I'm surprised they haven't had yet, given Wellington's one feels like it's been around for quite a while. Inside the mall, there are links via air bridge to the neighbouring HSBC Tower, which I've actually seen the elevators of already in 2023. And in turn links with the downtown car park with the Kone Sigmas, which actually offers valet parking for Commercial Bay. One thing you gotta know is that the Commercial Bay Shopping Centre is very much an open plan mall. There's no defined building structure where you go through an entrance and you're instantly indoors. No, Commercial Bay's entrances blend into the street so well that it's often hard to tell when the street ends and the mall begins. I mean, one of the entrances is literally dubbed Little Queen Street, for crying out loud. With that being said, let's begin the lift tour. We're going to start in the H&M store, as that is the oldest fixture in the entire shopping centre. To be honest, the fact that it initially opened as a standalone store to the point where I got a singular video of the lifts back in 2019 makes me not really associate it with the rest of Commercial Bay, but it very much is a part of it, so let's revisit these two Schindler 5500s. Now, both lifts look the same, but they're very different and run on different controllers. The left lift is more like a passenger elevator and just goes between the 4 floors of H&M with one set of doors. The right lift, on the other hand, doubles as the service elevator and also stops at several staff-only floors which use a rear set of doors. Now, initially, the right-hand lift was not set up correctly and the floor numbering didn't make sense. Levels 1 through 7, with 1, 3, 5 and 6 being the store floors and 2, 4 and 7 being the staff-only floors. This has been corrected on the indicators, but the buttons still show the remnant of this poor numbering, and unfortunately they've had to resort to putting labels beside them to guide the customers. Also, this is the first time I'm seeing first-hand Schindler's attempt at 3-digit numbering with their linear indicators. Here's a photo I got of the rear side from within the mall, which as it turns out is actually staff only level 4. You can see how they're using the thin font FIGS indicators on this side, which only seem capable of displaying up to 2 digits. It makes you wonder what TF was Schindler thinking with that move. Thank God they fixed it with the thick font indicators. Anyway, next to... You know what? The main lifts here have continuous numbering, so I'ma follow it and just do them in numerical order. I also have to go up to level 1 since that's where I can access the next few elevators the most easily. Right off the bat, all of the elevators here are Schindler 5500s. There's nothing inherently wrong with that, but when they're already this commonplace in this country, a place chock full of them could get old fast, but bear with me. Lift 1 is amusingly the OTT elevator with 4 COPs in one lift car. And unlike 1 year ago, this time every indicator is lit up and working.
Elevator is going up. Rear door is closing.
2 at a time.
Front door is opening. Front door is closing. Ground floor. Rear door is opening. Elevator is going up. Rear door is closing. Floor 1. Rear door is opening. Rear door is closing.
What are the next lifts? Oh. Okay, look, I know I've said that I don't recommend riding service elevators, and I still don't, okay? Please at least assess the risks if you're gonna ride a service elevator. As for me, I've ridden these ones once before, and they're out in the open like this, so I took the chance and just made sure to be as quick as possible. When these are one of only 2 5500s I came across here with dot matrix COP indicators, I reckon I ought to at least see them again. Let's go to the actual public set of 2 now. These are lifts 4 and 5. There are some more posh looking 5500s that sport the Australian Schindler voice, which is a perk. In these elevators, you'll notice they serve 3 basements that are all locked off. This is a little bit puzzling to me. I would assume they're car park floors, but regardless, why are these the only mall elevators to serve this many basement floors? And why aren't they served by the nearby service lifts as well?
Elevator going up. Doors closing. Floor 2. Doors opening. Elevator going down. Doors closing.
1. Doors opening.
Yes, going down.
Elevator going down. Doors closing. Ground floor. Doors opening. Doors closing. Floor 1. Doors opening. Elevator going down.
The next elevator is easiest found up on level 2, or well, to be specific, level 2A. This is lift 6, basically the same as the last elevators except this one has actual black linear call stations, has call cancel enabled and serves slightly different floors. This elevator cannot be found anywhere else in the shopping centre, and this is because there's no access to the shopping centre on levels ground and 1. There's a little side entrance on ground that you get to from like the Britomart side of Queen Street, and this is kind of like an express elevator taking you directly to the Harbour Eats food court. You'll notice that, much like other 5500s, the lift takes a ridiculously long time to power back on if it's on the same floor as you when power saving mode comes off.
Elevator going down. Doors closing. Ground floor. Rear. Doors opening. Rear. Doors closing. Rear. Doors closing. Rear. Doors opening. Rear. Doors closing.
I best acknowledge the service elevators next to this one since I have them drawn up on the map. Unlike lifts 2 and 3, these do not open up to the public anywhere, which means I can't get a ride even if I want to. Anyway, let's go back down to the ground floor and to the first of many elevators that I actually missed last time I was here. Once again, shout out to my correspondent from the Auckland Waikato region for alerting me to these. First to the one in COS, which bears very much the same cab design as COS Newmarket, except this one is much smaller and has different fixtures. The floor numbering is also laughably wrong. It's not 1 and 2, it's ground and 1. Right next to COS on the ground floor is Mecca. I was very surprised when I found out Mecca had an elevator, but as it turns out, my elation was a little bit premature as I found out this lift was call button locked, most likely staff only. I had to hightail it out of there after that as there was an overwhelming number of staff about. Now to the most surprising 5500 in the whole centre, the one in Spark. This also turned out to be the most awkward video at this shopping centre, but it was well worth it in my opinion, as not only do we have another 5500 with dot matrix indicators inside, but we also have the most outlandish lift number out of this whole lift tour. Yes, lift 62. I am not making this up.
Are you going on the level once?
Yeah.
I have to go with you.
Is it okay if I take a video as well? Because I'm interested in elevators.
Oh yeah, sure.
Elevator is going up.
Just level 1.
Yeah.
I assume it's because 2 is no access. I assume it's because level 2 is like no access.
Oh, it's for staff.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, did you wanna like
I think you just go.
outside?
I think you just go back down
Oh,
first.
okay, sure.
Yeah.
Ground floor.
Right, well let's go back up to level 2 please. Thank you. So before I wrap up part 1, my initial plan was to do a retake of the shuttle lifts in the PwC office tower as well, as you can actually access them from the mall on level 2. Well, guess what? I completely forgot about them. Though I suppose to my credit, I'm not exactly sure how much more open the tower would have been given I'm once again showing up all the places on a Christmas timetable. So the footage I'm about to play is actually the footage that I got in 2023, which I have uploaded as a standalone as well. The shuttle lifts of the PwC Tower are Schindler 5500s with port, although the version of port actually depends on what floor you're on.
This group serves floor 0 through 7. Please press again when you hear your destination. 7, car M.
Doors closing. Floor 7. Floor 7. Doors opening. Doors opening. Doors closing. Doors closing. Ground floor. Doors opening. Doors closing.
This group serves floor 2 through 7. Please press again when you hear your destination. 7, 2, car M.
Doors open. Doors closing. Floor 2. Floor 2. Doors opening. Doors opening.
Be on the lookout for part 2 whenever I next get a chance to visit that area. To be honest, I don't even know which building I should do next. Should I try for 1 Queen Street or what? because the office tower is going to be trifficled.